Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. My name is Ash, and today I'm doing a quick review for Asterix and Obelix XXL 2 Mission Las Vegum. Now, this was originally released in 2006, so it was originally released on like the PS2, and they re-released it onto sort of PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch. It was originally developed by I'm trying to pronounce this correctly, Libelluise or something like that, and it was remastered by Awesome Studio, and it was originally published by Atari Europe, and then the remaster was published by Microids. Now, this game is a sequel to the Asterix and Obelix XXL game, and obviously it's based on the classic French comic book characters Asterix and Obelix. Now, I must admit, I was never a big fan of Asterix and Obelix, as the comic, being from the UK, it wasn't something I knew of. Like I said, I'd seen the characters, but I'd never really sort of read into it or knew anything about it. I just honestly picked it up in a sale on Xbox because I was hankering for some sort of like old school platform. I'd recently played like the Spyro remasters, and I really wanted to play more platformers, and this one looked like a great sort of PS2 gen platformer. And I honestly wasn't wrong. Now, this game features a ton of sort of spoofs of classic games of the time. So it is a little dated now, like there's a whole sort of Sam Fisher-esque parody, which obviously that's probably the best thing we're going to get to Splinter Cell nowadays. The original cover was like a rip of Grand Theft Auto at the time, and obviously the game features characters that are inspired by things like Pac-Man, Lara Croft, Mario, Sonic, that sort of thing. And basically, the plot is that the Emperor Julius Caesar builds a theme park called Las Vegum, which is obviously a parody of Las Vegas, and basically Asterix and Obelix have to sort of come to the rescue to help this Roman spy named Sam Schiefer, obviously taking the mess out of Sam Fisher, and you'll basically work your way through a variety of worlds. Now, as you can see on the screen, there's like Tetris references, there's Bomberman references, and this is just in one section of the game, and they just don't stop. They just keep coming and coming and coming through the entire game, including sort of like Ryu from Capcom. They reference like the Matrix and stuff. It's a very early 2000s game. Definitely it has those sort of vibes. Now, the game is divided into 6 different zones. Each of them have different sort of enemies and sort of gameplay mechanics you'll have to use to progress through their environments. And obviously, as you play each one, you'll sort of slowly get used to each and every one of them, bit by bit, as you enter these areas. Now, the game itself runs really well. The remaster, it looks great. Yes, obviously the environments and the gameplay is very much that of a 2006 platformer, but the remaster is great, barring the in-game cutscenes. They haven't been remastered. They are still their old sort of grainy style. Do you know when you see remasters where they haven't got the original video files, so they're just sort of pumping out the old sort of low quality video files in between the levels? That's exactly what you get in here, basically. Now, throughout the games, you'll collect all sorts of things, lots of things to find, lots of things to pick up, lots of secrets to find, loads of moves to do. Like I say, because there's the 2 characters, you can switch between them on the fly. And yeah, it's really, really good. Like, I highly recommend it if you're a classic platforming fan. You'll really love this one. And the fact that this remaster has led to literal sequels since then, and they've actually brought out new games because of the success of this one, is fantastic. So there's XXL3's come out, and then there's another one that's coming out soon as well, I believe, or is out already. So keep your eyes out for them. They play a little more like top-down beat-em-ups, but they're still part of the series as such. It's a shame that they've strayed from these sort of platforming roots, because this is a really good solid platformer. Now, as you could see on the screen, you also have skills and abilities you can upgrade. There's loads of sort of like sections where you have like mini fights and stuff like that, like to clear areas out. There's boss fights. There's all sorts to it. It's literally a fantastic platformer, but that's been given a nice coat of paint with enhanced graphics. So honestly, really, really good. I never played the original, so I can't compare it to what it played like originally. It says it has been redesigned to make the fighting even more fun. So whether they've made massive improvements, I couldn't tell you, but I enjoyed my time with it. I love the larger open environments, and you can go back to areas as well that you visited before. If you've missed a collectible, you can go back and redo it. Great, absolutely great. And like I say, I ended up picking up the sequel because of this game. So really fun, full of over-the-top combat, lots of sort of platforming sections that require you to work between both characters, using both of their strengths and weaknesses. Yeah, you cannot go wrong at all. Now, obviously, this game is usually priced at $44.99, so I highly don't recommend it at that price at all. Like I say, for a 2018 remaster of a 2006 game, $44.99 is a crazy price. However, you can usually pick the game up in a sale for £15 or less, and at that price it is really worth it for the amount of content you're going to get. But yeah, don't pay $44.99. It's much cheaper on other systems. You can pick it up for $24.99 on Steam, so I don't know why it's an extra 20 quid up with the Xbox tax, but there you have it. But other than that, that's that for this video, guys. Actually, they don't really make platformers like this anymore, which is a shame. So like, I'm end up picking stuff up like this and the Tasmanian Tiger HD and the Crash and Spyro remasters just to get my sort of old school platforming fix, because nowadays modern platformers just don't cut it in the same sort of way that the old ones did. But if you've enjoyed this video, hit that like button, hit subscribe, and we'll see you soon for more content. Bye for now.